Hello everybody, it has been a while. In this video I will show you how to draw a Labubu made out of the shapes that we can recognize like ovals and circles. We will also be using our fingers to measure, and then we will color it using markers. Let's get started. First, with my hands, I try and find the shapes that I recognize. I think the head reminds me of a circle, but the face reminds me of an oval. And you can already guess, the head has to be bigger than the oval. Now that I have established that, I can look at the whole body. The whole body reminds me of an oval. And not just that, but the body also is kind of the same size as the head. Alright, now on my other paper, the paper standing up vertically, I'm going to try and measure. If I want to use up all the space on my paper, I already know I practice a circle slowly in the place where I want to draw it, in the size that I want to draw it in, and with the shape. I don't want an oval, I want a circle. Right underneath it, now that I've checked it, I am going to try and draw the next shape. We said the head has to be about the same size as the body. Now from the head, I graph the measurement of the head and I place it down at the body. I think it's about right. I practice it now. 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't have to be quite perfect, but I think I did okay. Erase the lines that you do not want to see anymore. I think even the head looks a little bit bigger than the body, and I'm just fine with that. Now I'm measuring for where the arms are. We don't want them to be skinny. Cute and cuddly things are usually not skinny and scary and creepy looking. They tend to be more round, fluffy, and kind of chubby. So I'm going to draw what reminds me of an oval or part of an oval. On the other side, I'm going to draw the same size, more or less. This Labubu does not have a neck, so that's where the arms are coming out from, where I imagine the neck being right now. And then I'm going to draw the legs. They're not going to be long and skinny again. They still have to be cute, round, and fluffy, just like the arms. I can even draw the legs coming down from the center of the body. I can even leave a gap, and the legs will use all of the space from the center towards the outside of the body. You'll notice the left side is not really the same as the right side, but that's okay. I draw the feet. And now I'm going to show you how I think of the hands. Or more like how I think I should draw the hands. Humans usually have 5 fingers, but Labubus seem to have only 4. That's what I'm going to do. I drew what I think the palm of the hand will be, and then I'm going to draw 4 cuddly fingers. On the other side, palm of the hand, where the fingers grow out from, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Use your eraser to get rid of the lines you don't want to see anymore. Now try not to worry so much if the hands don't look like you imagined, or if they don't look exactly the same as mine, because maybe most of the mistakes can be hidden when we draw the fur with markers, and the hands and the fingers can be hiding around them. So don't worry about it. Skip the hand part for now, and let's move on to the next section. Now I'm going to look at where I have to draw the face. I have to draw an oval. I need to place it towards the center of the circle. You know what? Maybe a little bit lower. It should be lower. The oval should be lower towards the bottom. There we go. And I drew 2 dots so that I know where to start drawing and where to stop drawing. I practice it and then I draw it. Right now, it's looking more like somebody from the video game Among Us. But remember, we're still working on this. This is not finished yet. Now that I'm editing the video and I'm doing the voiceover, I'm noticing that I need to measure where the eyes will go. The eyes look like they will be starting in the middle. There's very little space for the smile, but there should also be a space for the forehead. For this drawing that I'm showing you right now, I think I left this one right now, I think I left very little space for the forehead. So make sure you do leave a small space. I found the middle and I drew the nose in the shape of a triangle that's pointing down, followed by the smile. Look at how wide it is. And then I think I'm going to count how many teeth are there. I believe I counted about 9 of them. But I'm going to start drawing from the center. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. And I very much just guessed how many. Notice that I'm not making them very skinny and very sharp. They're actually just kind of cute. Maybe I'll end up with 4 on the left side and 5 on the right side, or the opposite way, whichever way. Try not to worry so much about how many. We're just kind of guessing. After that, let's draw where the eyes are, but I'm going to start where the eyebrows are. Before I draw it, I'm going to imagine where the oval needs to be. I am imagining where I have to start practicing. Remember, what you draw on the right side, you are going to have to draw on the left side. I am drawing a very light oval. That way, if I make a mistake, I can still erase it. And then I'm going to try and take this measurement and put it on the other side. I'm kind of sketching it first. That is about right. See, this is where I should have drawn more forehead for this poor guy. Because right now it's looking a little bit different. Now I draw the straight line, the one that makes them look like they're a little bit sleepy. It's a straight line that's cutting off the top part of the oval. And then you bring it up. They don't really have eyebrows, it's just the place where they should be, more or less. And then after that, I draw the pupil. We add some light reflections. Now we are ready to draw the ears. They're not that special, just half ovals. And remember, we're kind of copying the same size, more or less. We are not drawing them skinny and menacing and kind of creepy. We're making it very round, cute, and cuddly. Now that it's the end, I'm feeling like I'm ready to start coloring. Get some markers. You will need a tan skin color, like a tan skin color, and then choose 2 different colors, like a darker blue and a lighter blue. I'm choosing right now light and darker green, but you can do this with red, you can do this with orange. Just find one color that is darker than the other. We are going to try and use the thicker part of the marker. When you open it, you should be able to use the thicker part. And also, because I want to protect the lighter skin color marker from getting stained, and that might have happened with your yellow or highlighters, I'm erasing the pencil lines because I don't want pencil to stain the tip of this light colored marker. You are welcome to do that. And I'm leaving enough pencil that I can barely see it, and I'm pretty sure you can barely see it too. Now I'm going to start tracing around it, and then very evenly I'm going to color inside of it using the thickest part. I think I traced it with the thinnest part of the marker with the tip, and then I colored inside of it with the thickest part as evenly as possible. You'll notice I did 1, 2, and 3 swipes. You did not see me trying to go back and forth like I'm mopping the floor. I like to think of it as I am sweeping the floor. I did that on the feet as well. And now I'm going to try and trace the face too. I am also tracing the eyes because I definitely do not want to color inside of those parts. I like to trace because it reminds me of where I should start coloring and where I should stop. Sometimes I get so much inside my head, I get distracted when I'm coloring, that I end up coloring all over the place, including places I shouldn't be coloring in that same color. That's why I'm tracing. And now I keep going up and down, from top to bottom, evenly. I'm not going back and forth. I try to go evenly. You might be wondering right now, how am I coloring so fast? But I am editing the video so that I am coloring very, very fast. I'm speeding it up. That way you don't have to sit through a very long video. I am going to continue doing that when I color the rest of the body so that you're not sitting through a very long session of me coloring in almost slow motion. Using the lighter color marker, you are going to use the thickest part to simulate the direction of the hair. But watch, that green is way too light and you get to see a lot of the pencil showing through. So I'm going to erase the pencil lines. Also, this is a really good time for you to also use the skin color to color the inside of the ears or use a pinkish color. Notice how I am trying to go in the direction of the hair where I imagine it would be all fluffy. It's like wisps of air or hair, and some of them are messy, but not messy like scribbles. They are kind of combed in the same direction. Notice how I am trying to cover up all that area. And I go back and I cover up the empty spots. Any sections like that. I'm just trying to make it look like it's a little bit combed, like it's a little bit organized. And it's kind of how I imagine grass to be. Sometimes a little bit messy, but most of the time going in the same direction. And I keep going. I'm going to practice being patient, and I'm going to just keep going in the same direction. Each of those lines is about the same size. Now I'm speeding up the video a lot, and I'm using the darker marker to just go around darker areas, especially the eyes and the teeth. Wherever I imagine there will be shadows, that's where the darker green is going to go. You don't have to use green. You can use any other 2 colors, remember? I said this earlier. And if you don't have markers, or you find out that one of your markers is drying out, you know what? Start over, make another drawing, or you can start coloring on top of it with crayons. But keep going, each in the same direction, and each of those hairs, remember that they have to be about the same size. Don't try and do 5 hairs longer than the others. Now be careful because you're noticing that I forgot to use the skin color on the ears, and now I had to do it towards the end. That's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Take care. I will see you on the next one. I am going to draw another Labubu, but it's going to be in a different position. Take care. Bye bye.